Hi, this is Dr. Jones. I'm going to show you how to download stock price data from MarketWatch.com. This is useful for you when you're doing a couple of the assignments here, including regression and correlation assignments. And you need to be able to download the actual stock price data, just because we're using that for some of the discussions and some of the stuff that you're going to turn in. So go to MarketWatch.com. Now, notice it's got a subscribe now button here, and it may have a pop-up or two that says, hey, it's cheap, it's only X dollars a day or a week or a month or whatever. Nothing in this course, tools, data, etc., should you ever pay for. The only thing you should be paying for is the course itself and your textbook. Okay, you should not be paying for any of the other stuff that comes along with the course. So don't be putting money into any of this. So let's delve right into how to get data. So MarketWatch.com is where you want to go. Click on the search icon up here, and then you start typing in the name or the ticker symbol of the company that you're going to look up for. I'm going to do PepsiCo. So we'll start out, and you'll notice it starts giving me suggestions. I go to PEP, and it's got PepsiCo right here, and that's also the ticker symbol for PepsiCo. So click on that. Then we need to look for historical quotes. Notice that's down here. We click on historical quotes, and that's going to give you stock market data right there. Now, you have a couple of different sets of data that you might need to use. One of those could be for the last 52 weeks, that's 1 year. And so you would update your results that way. Click on weekly because it's 52 weeks worth of data. And you'll notice if you scroll down, that's not 52 weeks. That's only about 5 months. But if you click on download data, and then click on the file when it comes up, if you look at it here, it'll actually bring you 1 year's worth of data. You'll notice we started out 8/8 and it goes to 8/9, but of 2024, a year earlier. So it will download the 52, 53 weeks worth of data for you, just like that, on a weekly basis. If you chose monthly, like this, you would still be able to do a download, but instead you would have that, which is the months. Now, if you change this to regular dates, you'll notice it's got dates here, and it's got that information for you. Now, I'm not going to save that. For another assignment, you may need to pull down more than that and go, let's say, to 3 years or 5 years. We're going to do the 5 years one. You can just click in here and tell it to do 5 years worth of data. And this is shows up the daily, but you'd click over to the monthly side. Okay, so I've got it 5 years worth, and it goes back, and click the next page and the next page and the next page. You go, okay, good, I've got all the data right here. Click download data. Ka-ching! Uh-oh, where's all the rest of it? Well, here's one thing. Unless you are a premium subscriber, it is not going to give you that data for free, all of that data. It will give you up to 1 year's worth of data, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. So we're going to have to do this a different way, okay? So here's what you do. Let's go back. So we went all the way to the front of this thing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab. So you click just to the left of date and grab it, bring it down, and then copy, and then I'm going to paste over. Come on. There we go. I'm pasting over what I had before. So you'll see it goes all the way. That's January. That's January. Okay. So I'm going to make the change on my dates here. I'll worry about the rest of it in just a moment. Now I've got to go to the next page. But for the next page, I don't need to grab the date. I already have that. So just grab this part of it. And again, copy. Now paste that down here. Notice I'm pasting. When I'm doing this, I'm not clicking Control V, or I'm not doing just a total paste, which would bring in fonts, etc. I'm pasting using the matching the destination format. Why? Because it leaves my dates all pristine. Next page. Do the same thing. Grab just the data part I don't need at the top. Make sure I copy that. And then the last one. Copy that. And paste it down. And then if you'll notice, it's got all the information in there. But you'll also notice it is in reverse order. It is from newest date at the top instead of oldest date at the top. So we need to change this around. Click Data, Sort. It's got headers for date. Make it oldest to newest. And now you can use it for your correlations, regressions, etc. Or to do other kinds of charts. But you've reformatted this. Then you only keep the information that you need, which for most of the assignments would be the closing data out there. But this is how you grab the data. Didn't cost a thing, and you were able to grab it right straight from here. This works for, I'm on Chrome right now, but it works for Firefox as well. I have not tried it on any of the other platforms, but I'm believing that it would work for them. Again, don't pay for anything out there. Now, if you're looking for the S&P 500 data, wanting to look for that, you click up there as well, and then you start putting in S&P. And this is the one right here, SPX, the S&P 500 index. And you handle this in essentially just the same way that you would have with what we had before, what we just did with the stock price out there. You would just change, let's say, this is 19. update our results, do it monthly, and do your grab here. Because you remember, you're not going to be able to get more than 12 months by opening it up. And there you go. Same information done just like you did with the other kind of stocks, but now you've got a stock price index. Okay, that should be enough for you. Let me know if you have questions. Take care. Bye-bye.